welcome to Circle Time today. Let's start with our good morning song. I've been waiting for you to come to this place. Waiting for you to come to this place. Wherever you're from, I'm glad that you come. I've been waiting for you to come to this place. Alright, today we're going to talk a little bit about animal homes, and then we're going to go out and see if we can find some animal homes. And then I have a little task for you. I want to see if you guys can look around where you are and see if there are any animal homes that you can find, and maybe you can take a picture of them and have your mom text it to me or email it to me or post it to the Facebook thread below this video. So it would be fun to see how many different types of animal homes we could find as a group. So let's start with our little bird song. I got some birds out here today, and let's start with, this is the ultimate spring bird, robin. Robins who love the rainy spring weather. They love the worms that come out of the ground when it rains. And when the robins show up, you know it is spring. Little bird, fly through my window. Little bird, fly through my window. Little bird, fly through my window. Find molasses candy through my window. My little bird, fly through my window. My little bird, find molasses candy. Robin, fly through my window. Robin, fly through my window. Robin, fly through my window. Find molasses candy through my window. My sugar fly through my window. My sugar find molasses candy. And do you remember that when we used to sing this when we were all together, we would take our little birds and we would make a little window, and we would let our birds fly through the window? Or sometimes we would hold hands with each other and make a bridge, and then we would fly through the windows that each other made. So if you have more people with you at home, you could try that out. How about our goldfinch? I saw the very first goldfinch the other day, and these are the birds that love our sunflowers so much. So we see them especially in August. Goldfinch, fly through my window. Goldfinch, fly through my window. Goldfinch, fly through my window. Find molasses candy through my window. My sugar lumps fly through my window. My sugar lumps find molasses candy. And everybody loves these birds. Remember what these are called? Cardinals. And we know the daddy cardinals are the red ones, and the mama cardinals are a little bit more orangish yellow. And they love our bird feeders. Cardinal, fly through my window. Cardinal, fly through my window. Cardinal, fly through my window. Find molasses candy through my window. My sugar lumps fly through my window. My sugar lumps find molasses candy. Do you remember the name of the bird that pecked a hole in the side of our school? You remember that? I kind of gave it away. It's a woodpecker, or in our case, a school pecker. This is a woodpecker, and he pecks on the bark of trees to make a hole so he can get to all the little bugs that live under the bark. Unfortunately, he seemed to think there must be bugs living inside the wall of our school, because he put a little hole right in the side of our wood siding, didn't he? Let's sing for him. Woodpecker, fly through my window. Woodpecker, fly through my window. Woodpecker, fly through my window. Find molasses candy through my window. My sugar lumps fly through my window. My sugar lumps find molasses candy. put our birds and the guitar down. And I have a book for you today. It is one of my favorite books, and this book is older than me. I know that's pretty old, isn't it? It's called Let's Find Out About Animal Homes. You can tell how old a book is if you look inside on the front page. And this book is from 1962. 1962. That's probably when most of your grandmas were little girls. Everybody has a home. People have homes. Animals have homes. People live in many different kinds of homes. Animals have different kinds of homes too. So here we have an apartment building, a house, a tent. This looks like kind of a hut that's built up with some stilts off the ground. And here we've got a bird nest and an aquarium. Some animals live in holes under the ground. The chipmunk's home under the ground has rooms and tunnels. The woodchuck lives under the ground. His home has 2 doors. If an enemy comes in one door, the woodchuck goes out the other. It's pretty clever, isn't it? Like having an emergency escape route. Prairie dogs live under the ground. Prairie dogs like to live near each other. Some animals live in holes in trees. Raccoons make their homes in holes in trees near water. Raccoons like to live near water because they wash their food before eating it. And we know we have a lot of raccoons that like to live right behind the little garden school, don't they? And sometimes they make their little footprint trails right across our swing set in the back. Some squirrels make their homes in holes in trees. Other squirrels build nests high up in trees. Some birds live in holes in trees. Most birds live in nests. Some birds build their nests in bushes. Some birds build their nests right on the ground. And some birds build their nests high up in the trees. Crows build their nests high in trees. Eagles build nests high in the mountains. We know a lot about eagles' nests, don't we? Just this morning I have our eagles live cam up. That looks like Daddy Eagle sitting on the nest. Some animals carry their homes on their backs. The turtle's shell is his home. The turtle is safe in his shell. Most animals work hard to make their homes. Beavers carry wood right into the water to build their homes. The door to the beaver's home is under the water. The spider works hard to weave a web. Bees work hard to build their homes. A beehive has many, many tiny rooms. Some animals live in homes that people build for them. We've built some bird houses, haven't we? And bat house. Horses and cows and chickens live in homes that the farmer builds for them. Some birds live in homes that people build for them, kind of like we did. Some birds live right in people's homes. Other animals live right in people's homes too. We've got some cats, got some maybe guinea pigs or hamsters, got fish. We have a bunch of animals that live here, don't we? Hermit crabs, tadpoles, turtle. The zoo is home to many animals. Next time you walk in the woods or in the park, see how many different animal homes you can find. If you look at this picture, Beatrice, you might be able to zoom in a little bit here now. See a bird nest here, a nest here. I see a hole in this tree. I bet somebody lives in there. I wonder where these little squirrels live. All right, boys and girls. Here, Beatrice, I'm going to take the phone. Thank you so much. And I'm going to turn around and let's look for some animal homes together. We'll start with the really easy one, shall we? The animals right here in our house. So here we have our garden tower. And if we open up the center, this is the compost area where we put our old broken down food scraps. And if you look quick, do you see who's enjoying my leftover green beans from last night? Oh, you see those worms? A compost area is a wonderful place for worms to live. They eat our leftover vegetable and fruit scraps, and then they turn that into wonderful dirt that we can use to grow other vegetables and fruits. You can see our tomatoes and our carrots are getting good. Here we have our hermit crab home. And some of the things we need to have to make this a good home for our hermies is they need salt water, which you know we keep in the coconut. And they need fresh water, which we keep over there in their little pool. They need to have food. So today they're having a green bean and some applesauce too. And then they need places to hide. And we know our hermit crabs love to hide in their little bowl there, in their coconut, in their log, behind the plants. So this is a pretty good habitat for our hermit crabs. Over here, we have tadpoles. Now, would these tadpoles be happy in the hermit crab cage? No, because what do they have to have? They have to have water to swim around in. They get their air from the water using their gills. So they would be very unhappy if we put them in the crab tank. Just like the crabs would not be so happy if we dropped them into the tadpole tank because they wouldn't have any way to climb out of the water. So every animal needs a different kind of home. So let's go outside and see what else we can find. Just 1 minute, I'm going to throw on my boots here. Okay. Well, I bet you can all guess who lives under here in our favorite little animal habitat. The chipmunk hole. I haven't seen the chipmunks come out of hibernation yet, but I am sure they will. And over here we have one of our birdhouses. I don't know that we have any nests in there yet. It might be a little too close to the house. It might make the birds nervous. But there is a nice bird feeder right there, so it might be a convenient place for a bird to build a nest. Let's see where else. I showed you some other birdhouses we had the other days, but I want to take you over to this bush and show you something we found yesterday. And we can only really see it because it is not quite time for the leaves to come out. But if you look here, see if you can tell. If you look here, there is a bird nest that is just being built. You can just see the kind of outside sticks around it, and it's one of the ones that they build in the V of the tree so it doesn't fall. So I'm gonna keep peeking at that over the next few days because I have a feeling that it's still being built. If they tried to put eggs in there right now, the eggs would just fall. So I think they're still working on it. And I also found this little piece of grass. And I don't know for sure if this is a nest that has fallen out of the tree or if this was just a little piece of grass that they're going to put into that nest. But I'm going to leave it right there and keep an eye on it for a bit. All right, we'll take a walk back here. And I'm going to point my phone up and see if you can see up in that tree right about there by my finger is what I think must be a squirrel's nest. It's all made of leaves. And if you look up into the trees, this is the perfect time of year to see squirrels' nests because we don't have a lot of leaves yet. So you can really take a peek at those. If we go over here, some of you helped build, up on our gazebo, we have a bat house. That's kind of a neat thing to take a peek at. And over there by our little play area, we have another birdhouse hiding. Can you see it's right there? And then if we go back into the forest, you can see who else we might be able to find. We know there are a lot of deer who live in our forest because we see deer footprints when we come out here. We know there are raccoons that live out here. And I also happen to know that there are groundhogs, or some people call them woodchucks, that live out here. And sometimes if you come out here, you can find their hole. Just like it said in the book, there's usually a front door and a back door because they don't want to get trapped. So if I come over here, right here is a hole. And I believe that might be the front door of Mr. Woodchuck's house. I wonder where the back door is. He must have tunnels that go all over these woods. And I wonder where his other door is. So boys and girls, I would love it if you had a chance to go outside wherever you are and take a peek and look for some animal homes for me. Take a picture if you can, or draw a picture if you want, and share those with me. And if you share something with me that's really cool, maybe I can share it with the rest of the class as well. So good luck finding some animal homes, and I will talk to you all soon. Stay well.